PhD who has been looking for jobs outside of academia, then you know that companies outside of academia have a knack for telling us that we don't have the experience that they are looking for. But here's what I found. Most of the time, when these companies say you don't have the experience we're looking for, what they're really saying is that you haven't demonstrated your skills in a way that we understand just yet. And let me demonstrate that through a personal story. So in 2018 and 2019, I was a laid off postdoc. I was looking for different positions. I kept on hitting wall after wall. And eventually I decided to settle on going into medical writing. And it wasn't an easy path to break into. And if you've tried to break into this path, then you probably know that. But I realized very quickly that this was not the kind of experience that these companies I wanted to get science writer roles in, and specifically science writing with a marketing slant. This was not what they were looking for. So instead of just crying and being upset that they wouldn't understand my academic writing, I went ahead and began to pitch bioscience and healthcare businesses to write their marketing content for them. Some people took me up on the offer, especially with the kind of educational background that I have, and I began to write content for them. I wrote search engine optimized blog posts, I wrote social media content, I wrote sales emails, I wrote educational brochures for them. And so there was a plethora of educational and marketing content that I wrote as an independent writer for these companies. And all this time, by the way, I was getting paid. Was it a whole lot of money? Did it make me rich? No, but it was enough money to contribute meaningfully to my household's bills. However, the really important part of this story is that I was able to take the skills I had acquired from writing, marketing, and educational content as an independent writer and put that on my resume. So on my resume, there really is a place where I have independent writer. I think I put independent healthcare writer or something like that. And I listed the types of documents that I was writing for these businesses. And that actually ended up opening up the very first door to my very first full-time science writer role. And yes, along the way, I did learn that academic writing was different from writing educational and marketing content, but it wasn't an impossible skill to translate, to be honest, right? And so that's why I'm saying that most of the time when they say you don't have experience, it's not really that you don't have experience. It is that perhaps you haven't demonstrated your skills and your experiences in a way that makes sense to whoever is at the end of the table, right? So you can go out, create something of your own to demonstrate those skills of an experience, put that back on your resume, and it could open some doors for you. I hope this was helpful.